watching on YouTube. Hey, friends, we're live now in 5 different platforms and at least 5 different countries.
Yo, wow. Five different countries?
I'm hoping at least, because every time we jump on, it's always like Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Like Czech Republic, Mexico, Canada, the Americas, you know, the UKs.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of people checking us out. Yeah, see, Germany,
Ireland's.
Arizona.
Guten Tag, Germany. Hello, Arizona.
There's
Howdy.
the Canadians. There's the
Hello.
Canadians.
All of our friends up in Canada. From Holland.
Ooh, Scotland. You see
I
what I'm
just see
talking
a lot
about?
of amazing places I really want to visit, actually.
I want to do a global I Needed That podcast tour, and I want to go to every one of these places, including Michigan, Connecticut, and the Ukraine, and Brazil. Amazing.
Dude, I just saw South Africa on there. Jan Elliott, what's up?
Wait,
my
Jan
good
Elliott?
friend. Do you know Jan Elliott?
So I used to be on the radio with a woman named Janet Elliott, probably not the same person.
She is the most wonderful woman ever. She was like my mom back in the day. She just took such good. She was always looking out for me. She did a bunch of. She does these incredible promotional products.
Okay.
Yeah, just the sweetest woman. Jan, I love you. I miss you. I actually. Long story short, I got an email from your outreach, and I responded, but I never heard back. So, okay, we need to connect.
We need to connect for sure.
Okay, I see Boise on here.
Yeah, look at
Brazil.
this. Sherry's in Naperville, Illinois, where my wife went to high school, Naperville North.
Wow, I see Ukraine.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've got Francis in the house here today. And then look at this.
Bonjour.
Joanne, all the way from Mesa, Arizona, down the street.
Just throw a rock and hit your house.
Down the street.
What's up, Joanne?
There's some Chicago, Illinois.
There we go, some Chicago love.
So we got married in Chicago because my wife being there. So we got married downtown Chicago, right on Michigan Avenue at the First Presbyterian Church, which is famous for it was in the Julia Roberts movie, My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yeah.
And we had our dinner at a place called Marche, which is not around anymore. And we actually had our rehearsal dinner at a speakeasy, an old Al Capone speakeasy, Italian restaurant, right underneath the train.
That's the real deal.
It was a real deal. The story we got was that they put that restaurant there under the train because when they needed to bring people and pop them,
Oh, no.
they'd wait till the train was coming over and nobody would hear a thing.
Get out. That's a real story also.
I think it is a real
Oh
story.
my gosh, that's crazy.
Are you somebody who gets interested in some of the mob stuff, like the old mob stuff?
It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Fascinating, right?
It really is.
And terrifying all at the same breath. Oh my gosh.
I've got a fun Chicago story.
What is
actually. So for those of you who know Chicago, there's a city underneath the city.
Yeah.
You know about that? And if you take a wrong turn, you could find yourself like in the underground of Chicago. If this is back in the day when we were filming our show, we were doing a couple transformations in the area, and I ran to the airport. I picked up Maddox, and my ex-wife Heidi, she was with me.
Okay.
So we pick up Maddox, and we were going to do like a little Chicago vacation, but we're driving around downtown. It's about 1 a.m, and I take a wrong turn. And before I know it, I'm underground. But there's like a whole city of people underneath there as well.
So you're talking about with the metro and all the trains and all the things?
Well, they filmed Batman under there for a good reason, like the Dark Knight Batman, because it's like really creepy.
Is it dark?
It's super dark. And I get to the first, and there's a bunch of like stop signs down there. I get to the first stop sign, but then all of a sudden I stopped, and these people just start surrounding the car. They literally just like slowly moving toward the car, and I go, guys, buckle up. And I got it. And there's other stop signs. I said, we're not going to stop at any stop sign. I'm blowing through stop signs. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're fine.
I inhaled it.
You grabbed a little piece of granola, went down the wrong way.
I did not stop at any stop sign. Listen to my...
Here, drink a glass of water. I'll welcome a couple of people in. And pause on the story with Chicago. He's going to get his crap together. Hi, Julie. Hello to Heather. She is joining us from South Carolina. It's great to see everybody there. Brand new podcast out today. It's going to sound familiar to a couple of people. It's a little bit of a hybrid, but the ending is new. It's good. It's worth your while, worth your listen, because we're repurposing a couple of things that we felt like you really needed to hear. Back to Chicago.
Okay, so... Oh, much better now, much better.
A little bit. You're still crying.
A little bit. So...
You have a tear. You have a tear
I
right
do.
here.
My eyes are so watery right now. I'm literally just blowing through these stop signs. I'm not going to stop anytime soon because
Yeah.
it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We're like in the underground of the city.
Yeah.
Finally found the way out. And the moment we came like flying up this ramp, and you could see just like actually the lights of the buildings, it was almost like we made it out and we were
Yeah.
free. But I was terrified for a second.
It will get your attention in the worst way. I remember being in Washington, D.C. in 1996. And back then in Washington, D.C., the area called Southeast D.C. was really like Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very challenging place to be. And I remember I had a club appearance at this nightclub that was in Southeast D.C. And it was right on the cusp of the wrong side of the street, right? And I remember I looped the building a couple of times, and then finally I got to the stop sign, and similar kind of a thing. All of a sudden, 4 guys start walking towards me.
Oh, man.
And you know me, bro. Like I literally am clueless, and not clueless, but I just always choose kindness.
Like, good evening, gentlemen.
It's exactly what I did. I rolled down my window. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm trying to find this nightclub. Do you know where it is?" They were so sweet. They got out of my way and pointed, and that was the end of the night.
Isn't that something?
But it would scare the shiznickel out of me.
It gives you belief in humanity.
Oh,
Oh, wait, hold on. That was Ashley Hilton.
oh, was it?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. What's up, Ashley, from season 3 of the show?
Oh,
we went to
Ash.
we went to Machu Picchu together.
Wow.
Yes.
You never taken me to Machu Picchu.
Dude, I got bit by a rabid dog down there.
You did?
Yes, true story. Another true story. Yes.
What, like you walked up to pet him and he said no?
Well, no. Ashley's gonna know this story. She was with me. Actually, she was at the bottom of the stairs. So, in Machu Picchu, there's a city at the bottom of the cliffs, and it's called Aguas Calientes, and it's a beautiful little place. But
Has anybody ever been?
yeah, if you guys have been to Machu Picchu, let us know. Let us know. It's absolutely. I mean, the place is powerful. It's magical, and the energy there is just insane.
I have to Google this really
so-
quick. I feel like it's one of those things I should know, but I don't.
So everyone stays in the city called Aguas Calientes, and then you can actually climb up the hill to Machu Picchu, but you stay in the city down below. And the cool thing is that the city has got all of these little apartments, like these little homes that are built up on the sides of these
Smokes,
cliffs.
it's incredible.
Oh yeah. So it's got
So you
all,
were here?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, pretty wild, huh? So they've got all these homes that are like built on the sides of these cliffs, and they've got these cement staircases that go all the way up there. So we're out there, and I'm thinking, wow, what a great place to do like some cardio training. It's literally like running these stairs. And so we would get out there and we'd run the stairs, but there's just a bunch of stray dogs, you know, typical South American town. There's
For sure.
stray
Dogs everywhere.
everywhere. So we're cruising up these cement steps, and I'm flying up this thing, and all of a sudden I just see this flash of brown out of the corner, and I feel this dog literally sink his teeth into my right butt cheek.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa. And I turn around.
She's like, I'll never forget.
It was the craziest. Well, so as the story continues, so I turn around, I see this dog literally go like staggering off, and like it just kind of staggers off to the side. And a couple of the locals, they saw it and they go, "Ay, el perro es rápido, el perro es rápido." And I'm thinking, I know exactly what you're saying.
I got to get out of here rapid.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying that the dog is rabid.
Yeah. Amazing.
So I go down the steps, and Ashley's down at the bottom. I go, Ashley, can you check something out for me? And I said, because I was thinking, okay, if it's a rabid dog that just bit me, he might not have broken the skin.
Okay.
But,
All right. Fair enough.
And so, Ashley, you remember this? So I go, okay, bear with me. This is going to be completely unprofessional, but can you check out my right butt cheek? So I turn around, I pull my pants down, and she's like, oh. And I go, that's not good.
That's not good.
So we had,
Ashley, did you take a photo, and do you have one that you can share with us?
so I go back to we had a team doctor with us, and he's like, dude, we got to get you out of here.
You had to go get a shot.
Oh, it wasn't just a shot. I had to get a series of shots, and you have to go in. So essentially, they had to contact the CDC from the United States, let them know that they're bringing me back, because the doc said, don't get treated here, because they're going to tell you they're going to hit you with an immunoglobulin, like well, first they have to give you a shot immediately. Then they have to pump you full of this stuff called immunoglobulin, like into the site of the wound.
Chris.
But anyway, he's like, dude, they'll inject you with water here and tell you that you're good. So he's like, you got to go back to the States to get treated. I was supposed to go down to Chile from there, but trip got cut short. They sent me back to the United States. And I started a whole series of treatments. Dude, that stuff, by the way, the immunoglobulin, 14 injections, and it's like peanut butter. I had like it's like the size of a softball, like extended out from my right butt cheek when they injected everything, and it was terrible. Yes. So
Ashley says she has a picture, but it's in the vault.
good. Let's keep it that way, Ashley.
Dang, girl, I thought we were friends.
Oh my gosh, those were like, but I must say,
But-
it was on the last day of the trip, so we were there for like 6 or 7 days, and it was the last day, and the whole thing. Yes, and this is right. She said, "I told you we would laugh about this one day, and we are laughing about it now." This is so
Yeah.
true.
It worked out, eh?
Oh, just the most incredible memories of that place, though. It was awesome.
People love laughing at other people's pain. It's so good, Kim. Thank you so much. It's amazing. I mean, she's not alone. Ashley's over there laughing. It's in the vault. Good stuff, man. Julie's laughing. Everybody's laughing at your butt story.
Oh man.
I have never been bit by a dog before.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I don't want to.
Let's
I'm
keep
actually
it that way.
Yeah, that's the plan.
First time I was bit by a dog, I was, I don't know, 6 years old, and our next door neighbors had this a Doberman, and her name was Dolores. and Dolores,
Doberman named Dolores?
Doberman named Dolores. I'll never forget. 6 years old. We were in Boise, Idaho. By the way, I saw Boise, Idaho on the list here. And so I'm petting this Doberman, and I'll never do this again. And she's just sitting there, just chilling. I'm petting her one way, and then I'm like, I wonder what happens if I pet her backwards. So I started at her tail, and it went.
She was like, I hate that.
Let me tell you, Dolores did not like that. And she let me know real fast. She sunk her teeth into my arm, and the scar, I don't have one. Like it's all clear, but she sunk all the teeth in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Let me know real quick. I've never pet a dog that way since.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
All right, Andrea says, how can we buy y'all's merchandise? I want that sweatshirt, Matthew. We don't have a store yet, but I would love to work on a store.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, like, we'll work on it.
It's such a cool logo also. You guys see like the kettlebell in there and everything?
Your team, they crushed this thing.
They certainly did. It's fun.
You remember that photo shoot we did?
Yeah.
First one.
That was a blast.
We need to bring those photos and videos back.
Yes, we
Because
do.
not enough, like most of the people that are here now weren't there then.
That's true.
You know, like that was back when the podcast was getting like 300-400 downloads an episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like closer to 5,000 to 7,000 downloads per episode. And like, so there's a whole bunch of people here who were never like around. We have to show the video of you squatting me.
Yes, that was so
Right?
much fun.
Well, for you,
Yeah,
it was
right.
probably a lot of fun. For me, I was like, God, just stay, pardon my language, erect so he doesn't drop you.
You did a good job, by the way.
I was in the worst shape ever.
Really?
When we first started this podcast, I had not started going to the gym yet. I was super overweight.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was totally different body structure.
Yeah.
What? Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Because what? This is 30. Today we're going to record, and we got to run in like 5 minutes because we're going to interview a former guy that was on your show. But
Yeah.
this was like 36 weeks ago, plus at least 2 weeks or at least 10 weeks of like planning, talking, visiting, doing the thing. Like we're
Yeah.
almost a full year into the project.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for being a part of it every single week. It's amazing.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, every single week. And it's only getting better, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
So speaking of our interview today,
Yeah, hit him.
and Ashley, you're going to appreciate. So Ashley, that we were just talking about Machu Picchu with, she's from season 3 of the show, and we were actually interviewing someone from season 3 of the show as well, Merbod.
Now, you've had lunch with him before.
Oh yeah, he lives here in Arizona.
Oh, he does.
He does now. Yeah, he was out in Tustin, California. There's so Merbod, his family, they actually they're from Iran, and they left when the Ayatollah came in, and they actually ended up moving to Canada, to Vancouver, Canada, and they came down into America from there. So he's got an oh yeah, his grandfather was a high-ranking official in the Iranian military, and they had to leave because of when everything went down. So, I mean, he's had an incredible story. And then he moved to Tustin. Then he moved his family out here. And now he's got kids and he's got this a cool life. So we're going to be catching up with him and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, well, listen, friends, we got to get going because we can get to getting on with Merbod. And Ashley, it's fun to see you on the screen as a former individual wrapped up in the show and the woman witnessing the dog bite. You're kind of royalty on this thing now.
She got to see my right butt cheek.
There it is.
For what it's worth, yes.
I haven't even seen the right butt cheek yet, and I feel actually like, you're holding something back.
You're not missing out, buddy. I promise you, it's very pale. It doesn't see much light.
Oh my God. All right, let me leave you with a random fact and an inspirational thought. You want one?
Yeah, let's go.
Random fact. Peanuts aren't nuts. They're legumes, like beans, peas, and lentils.
Really?
Yeah, that's what this random fact thing I found the other day said, and I was like, really?
Get out of here.
All right, so somebody will have to Google that to see if it's right.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of cool.
And the inspirational thought is there's a difference between infatuation and love, is that the first is when you find somebody absolutely perfect, whereas love is realizing they aren't, but it doesn't matter.
I like that.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to read it for everybody today. It's like, that's love, right? Like, it's not perfect, but I'm still here anyways.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation in the kitchen before we got started, right? Like, that's the definition. We both love this project.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but we do it anyways.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we believe in it.
And it's finding the perfection, I guess, in the imperfection.
There it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a little sloppy and messy, and that's okay. Okay, Julie, thank you so much. She says, yep, it's a legume. So there you go.
There you go.
Oh, but by the way, what are the peanuts again? I just found out my youngest is really into peanuts. The ones you buy, they're the brand.
Hampton Farms.
That's what it is. Okay, I was trying to look online.
No affiliation with them, but I'm telling you guys, if you're into salted roasted peanuts in the shell, they're the best tasting. And don't take my word for it. Ask this guy right here.
Oh, my gosh. I love them so much. I'm going to go buy some more today. I took my son to the Diamondbacks game on Saturday night, and he was like, Dad, can we buy a bag of peanuts? And I was like, yeah. It's like my favorite thing in the world.
Right.
So if you have a nut allergy, why can't you have peanuts? This is a good conversation to have, Nancy.
Yes, Nancy, I was wondering the same thing. I was like, so it's actually not a nut allergy. It's a legume allergy if you're allergic to peanuts.
Listen,
right?
These are things that you can spend your days Googling today and find out.
Oh, my gosh.
I do have to give a shout out to one of my closest friends on the planet Earth. I just saw him jump in here, Mike Rao. He's watching us in Texas right now.
Wow, that's so cool. Hey, speaking of which, okay, so I love his name, Mike Rowe. You ever hear about that guy? His name was Mike Rowe.
Oh, yeah, the guy that had the TV show.
Oh, there's that guy too.
Yeah.
There's another Mike Rowe who actually purchased a website called Mikerowesoft, Microsoft.com. Microsoft turned around and bought the URL back from him for $1 million.
Mike.
How amazing
Mike.
is that?
Mike, can you hear me? What are we doing, buddy? Oh, my gosh, it's incredible.
Go find more variations on that. I'm sure they probably thought of everything you could possibly imagine and purchased them all, but funny story.
Andrea says we can get a 5-pound bag at Sam's.
Oh, great.
All right, I'll head that way right now.
Why'd you have to tell me that?
Naomi's watching in Minnesota. There it is. All right, guys, we got to get going. Have an amazing day. Please don't forget to download the podcast. I needed that. It's out wherever you enjoy them.
Brand new podcast out today. Love you guys. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, see you next time.
See